They say that a story can put you to sleep, but a really good story wakes you up and keeps you awake. In the 1970s, Walter Mischel, a psychologist at Stanford University, set out an experiment which people call the marshmallow test. Children were offered a small reward, such as a single marshmallow, which was immediately available to them. They could eat it straight away, but they were told that if they could wait for about 15 minutes from eating this marshmallow, they could receive another one. Some children delayed the immediate reward and got the second one, but some could not resist the temptation and consumed the sweet treat soon after the researcher left. Dr. Mischel went further than that and tracked these children over a period of years. He concluded that those willing to delay gratification had better life outcome in the future, such as school test results and stress tolerance. The marshmallow test was revised recently, and the researchers found out that this test is not only about personal traits of a person or of a child. They concluded that there is a strong correlation between how long children were ready to wait and how poor their family was. When you know for sure that the treat is coming and you have no memory of being hungry, of course you are ready to wait. However, when you experience not having food, understandably, you have less desire to wait for the theoretical promised future reward. The Torah has its own marshmallow test, but instead of the sweet treat, there was a stew and birthright blessing. In the last week's Torah portion, Esau preferred an immediate reward of a good meal over the long-term blessing. This week we read about the second part of this test, as if there was a revision of this test, like in the marshmallow experiment. Jacob, who had to run away from his brother's anger, finds himself in the middle of nowhere. He has nothing with him. He puts a stone under his head, falls asleep and dreams about a mysterious ladder. Unlike other dreams, the Torah text does not give us an interpretation of this one. It just describes it and leaves it to us to interpret. So many commentators did. According to Maimonides, the vision contains an important message about people's behavior. He understands angels as prophets who move up the ladder towards God, but then bring God's message and teaching back down to earth. God represents an ideal world. Ladder is a human desire to achieve it. Therefore, this dream is about individuals who strive for perfection, climb up the ladder step by step, and get closer to the perfect world based on values, highest ethical standards, righteousness. Some other Torah scholars were more liberal than Maimonides and said that an angel can be a metaphorical image of any person, not only as the first sophisticated prophet. Therefore, this dream can be an encouragement for Jacob and all of us to reach our goals, fulfill our potential, and to continue dreaming about the perfect world. At this point in the narrative, Jacob is poor, scared, has little possessions or little perspectives for a better life. We also know that he is not a nice person either. He tricked his own father. He made an enemy of his brother. One may ask, how can one dream about the perfect world when you hit the rock bottom in your life? How can you be positive about the future when everything in the world is not on your side? What Maimonides says is simple, but not easy to achieve and understand. How can you not dream of a better future when you have no happiness now, says the Maimonides? How can you not imagine what you can become and achieve in life in the future when you have so little today? How can you not dream when the world around you is bad and dark? Jacob started with very little in life. No birthright, no father's love, and eventually he lost his home and was in war with his family. Now he is ready to begin again. He is willing to work for 14 years for a better future, better family, better life. The vision, the dream of the better world. Understanding that everyone has a potential is what helped Jacob not only to survive, but to come out in a better position in life. Potential and the vision of the better future, of the better world, is what always inspired us to work, to achieve best results, and to live our lives, however difficult the life is. When we read the Torah, Jacob's story can look easy and effortless. But what we know as one Torah portion, which takes about 7 minutes to read and another 7 minutes to translate, is 20 years of human life, of Jacob's life. During this time, he works very hard, makes sacrifices, deals with not nice people, and goes through a transformative change in his attitude to others. Today, many of us feel frustrated about the current state of the world. This world has been sleeping for the last 8 months and dreaming about the better future. This world has been living in the future, in the hope that in the future we will have a real life. But now we have to wait. In the future we will be better, but not now. Soon the time will come, at least it seems so, to wake up and begin rebuilding our lives. Perhaps you may say, and I agree with you, that it might be too early to think about the other side of the current crisis. But on the other hand, now, when the world is becoming more and more sad, poor, and frustrated, how can we not dream of a better future? Now, when we have so little joy in the everyday life, how can we not imagine that we can become what we can become in the future? Our Judaism gives us a tool of hope, which is our dreams and visions. So we should let it inspire us to make our dreams a reality. I would like to suggest a creative project for our community and for all who are watching this service today. Let us share our visions, our dreams and thoughts of the world you want to see in the near future. Please use your imagination and creativity and send me your piece where you describe your vision of the ideal world. It can be a sentence, a paragraph, a poem, or perhaps you can draw the world of your dream. Write a piece of music or take a photograph. Let us share our visions of the ideal future with each other. When I receive your works, I will find a way to share it with the rest of the community. Let's call this project Sulam Yaakov, Jacob's Ladder. And I hope it will help us and many others to uplift our spirits and set up a course for the future work. Because in the time of poverty, our dreams make us rich. In the time of sadness, our visions make us joyful. In the time when we are alone, our Judaism, our community and shared values bring us together. Shabbat Shalom.